because I'm going to answer her question. So her question is, I have been trying to work on listening to my inner guidance, but I have a hard time knowing if it's my guidance system or just my thoughts. How can I learn to know the difference? This is a really, really good question, and I really, really think that the answer is going to help so many people. I want to say a couple of things, and this is going to go really deep into the subject of guidance. When guidance comes from the highest place, it drops into your head and it interrupts whatever thought you were thinking at that time. For example, I'm thinking about what I should put on my grocery list, and suddenly a thought comes into my head. Oh, call this person. Now, I was thinking about my grocery list. I wasn't thinking about who I should call. So this interruption of the pattern of my logical thought, this is guidance. And this type of guidance comes from the highest place on the emotional scale, right up top over here. And it happens because you're thinking about something that is not related to your problem, which creates a window of opportunity when there is no resistance, no negative beliefs active, and the universe uses this opportunity to slide in the information that you need, the guidance that you need. So that's why it feels like, oh, when you receive that kind of guidance, you can tell the difference, because it energizes all of you, your whole body, and you know it wasn't something you were thinking. And that is what makes it so special. But there is also another thing that I want you to be aware of with respect to guidance. Our beliefs and our mind also provide us with guidance. So this is a second type of guidance. This type of guidance is coming from your logical mind and your subconscious mind, your conscious and subconscious mind. Because remember, you cannot live life outside of the parameters of your beliefs. And so when you ask a question, the answer that will come, it will come from your inner being, and your inner being will inform you this is what you have to do, because it is within the parameters of your belief system. Here's what I want you to know. Your inner being is never going to ask you to do something that you're not ready for. Think about it. Your inner being is never going to ask you to act from a place of fear, to do those things that you're not ready for. So when you ask for guidance, your inner being will take into account what your belief systems are and where you are on the emotional scale, and give you guidance that corresponds to your level on the emotional scale and your current belief systems. And when that kind of guidance comes, sometimes we don't want to act on it because we don't like what the guidance is telling us. And in those circumstances, what we have to do is to stop, and we have to say to ourselves, I need to shift my beliefs, because guidance is keeping me inside my belief system. It's telling me what I need to do within my belief system, but I don't like this. That means that I've got to work on my belief system, or I've got to look away from the problem and use another subject that allows me to go up the emotional scale, so that now I can have access to that guidance from the highest level on the emotional scale. So you see, you are always receiving guidance. It's just that when you're higher on the emotional scale, the level of access that you have to your guidance is different. And so remember, when you get guidance, it's always encouraging you. It's always moving you forward. It is never going to beat you down. It's never going to call you stupid. It's never going to tell you that you're making a mistake. All of that is not guidance. All of that is your logical mind beating up on you. Your logical mind acting within the parameters of the evidence that it has. But when you ask for guidance, you will know. And you will know that your guidance is keeping you. So your guidance keeps you safe, you see. Because you're not ready to take action that doesn't correspond to your belief system. Let me give you an example. Let's say I want to start a new business. And I know, because I know that these are the steps I need to take in order to start my business. Maybe I need to learn a new skill. And so when I ask my guidance system, I want to do this business, where should I start? Then, because I already believe that I need to learn a new skill, my guidance is going to tell me, go learn the new skill. It's not going to say, forget about learning the new skill, just go and start. Because sometimes people feel that, oh, I can just go and start because I have this fantastic idea. Now they're ignoring their guidance because they are not staying within the parameters of what they believe they need to do. And this is why I say, for some people, for everyone, the answer is going to be different. And for some people, the answer is going to be something they don't want to hear. For some people, the answer is going to be, no, don't start the business, go get a second job. And the reason that's going to be the answer is because you're not ready. So then, when the guidance comes in that says, you better go get another job, you're not ready for doing a business, then the next thing you have to ask is, okay, guidance, okay, inner being, okay, universe, okay, source, okay, God, I'm going to go get myself another job, but will you show me how to change this belief so that I can get ready for owning the business that I want to own? You see, there's a difference. There's a difference. And so, whatever answer comes, trust the answer. It's not about the answer. It's about guidance is about the question you are asking. You ask the right question, the right answer will come. You ask a question that is convoluted, you don't have clarity, then the answer that is going to come is going to be convoluted and without clarity. And so, let me give you an example of what is a convoluted question. A convoluted question is thinking about 10 different options. It's convoluted because you're evaluating each one of them. Instead, a better way to do it is to say, universe, you know all the options that are available to me. I'm going to close my eyes. Will you please inspire me to the best option that is available to me from where I am at this moment in time? What should I do next? And trust that answer, because that answer is keeping you within your comfort zone, within your beliefs. That's your answer. And here's the thing, when we take action on the guidance, on the message that's coming up for us, we feel better. Inaction feels horrible. This is why procrastination feels bad. Inaction feels horrible. And so, when you take action on the guidance, it bumps you up the emotional scale because you feel better about yourself. You feel like you're making progress. And when you feel better about yourself, then you have access to more guidance. And you just, this is why I say, you don't ask the universe, I'm going from here to there. That's my dream. That's where I'm going. You don't ask how you're going to get to the dream. You ask, what's my next step? This is why I use the analogy of sending a child to JK, junior kindergarten. You don't tell them what they need to do to graduate with a high school diploma when they're going to kindergarten. Kindergarten is the next step. And then they go to senior kindergarten. Then they go to grade 1. You don't tell them everything they need to know when they're in grade 1. One step at a time. Ask for your next step, not your 10 steps. It's overwhelming. Think about it this way. Before I had a GPS, I had a daughter, and she was my navigator. She would sit next to me in the car with a map. You remember those days? Nobody remembers those days anymore. We have fickle memories. But try and think of those days when we used to keep a bunch of maps in our glove compartment in the car. And when we were going somewhere, we would bring out the map and plot our course. Well, my daughter used to sit next to me and plot my course for me. And she would say, all right, we have to turn left here, right there, and left there, and then keep going for 10 minutes and then turn there. And I would say to her, oh, I can't remember all of that. It's overwhelming. It's stressing me out to have to remember all of that. Can you just tell me what I have to do next? That's all. I just want one. Just tell me where I have to turn next. That's it. So that I can look out for that. You will always get overwhelmed if you ask the universe what you're supposed to do for the next 10 years. Don't do that. And it's not possible to receive guidance that is relevant to the next 10 years. It's not possible to receive guidance that is relevant to the next 1 year. You know why? Because things are changing every day, because you are changing every day. And you will not receive the same guidance today that you will tomorrow and the day after that. Because your guidance, the options available to you are changing. They are moving even within a day, because you are always moving up and down the emotional scale. And so the you that is you over here is not the same you that is you over here. And it's not the same you the next day and the day after that and the day after that. So that's why we always have to stay, as Abraham says, tuned in, tapped in, turned on, so that we can have a continuous stream of guidance flowing to us throughout the day. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm so excited. All of this beautiful material coming through today from the first call that I did this morning. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I am so, so, so appreciative of the energy that is flowing through me just now and all the answers that are coming for you guys. So thank you for your questions, because I love tapping into Source to bring you the answers.